The tampon king gets back in the ring. I speak of former VP nominee Tim Walz. He joined Beto O'Rourke at a Texas town hall last night, and the estrogen levels were enough to give Chuck Norris menstrual cramps.
Weird at all. He's a creep.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being weird and creepy. And you can be weird all day long. Everyone wants to say, hey, it even sounds good. Hey, let's get weird this weekend. So, hey, let's get creepy this weekend. You don't get the same, oh, no cheer.
States when Greg Gutfeld unexpectedly takes on the role of an investigator, and Robert De Niro seems to embrace vanishing without a trace. One moment, a Hollywood icon is loudly commanding attention on screen. The next, he's more silent than a Wi-Fi connection in the middle of a storm. What was actually exposed? And why does it seem like late-night television may have accidentally uncovered something far larger than a simple joke? This situation escalates quickly.
They operate one way when they're running, and then when they lose and get humiliated, all of a sudden they have these solutions, and they're all the things we're telling you to do. Like, why are you trying to trash one of the most successful companies in the world, you moron?
Balls is he hiding in his cheeks? That's the first question I want to know. And I don't love the way he says, fierce.
Yeah.
We've got to be fierce. We fiercely have to go up to President.
And here's, if you're liking this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as it helps more than you might expect. What began as just another piece of celebrity drama has gradually evolved into a complete Hollywood game of cat and mouse. One of the most prominent figures in film is now behaving as if he has no clue what's happening.
Is our strength our diversity?
Our strength is our diversity. We've been talking about this for years as a country of immigrants, and we let them define the issue on immigration. We let them define the issue on DEI, and we let them define what woke is. We got ourselves in this mess because we weren't bold enough to stand up and say, you damn right we're proud of these policies. We're going to put them in, and we're going to execute them.
So, wait, you lost because you weren't woken up?
Robert De Niro built his career on sheer intensity, unrestrained emotion, and never hesitating to share his views. But when the real question began coming his way, his voice suddenly fell silent. Clip 4. What took place between the confident, outspoken figure we once knew and the quiet we're witnessing now? And how did Greg Gutfeld, someone many dismiss as merely a comedian with a talk show, end up directly in the center of something that seems far bigger than simple TV banner?
Me the most is the stuff that we're, like the fake valor is bad enough, but when you have fake butter churning, sculpting valor, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Turns out he never did that.
He did?
He was just by it in like an Iowa thing. So I got people from the Midwest because I've actually been there.
Yeah.
I went to school there and I got people going, this dude ain't legit butter. He's not legit butter.
So he's not really a butter carver?
No, there's no evidence.
Robert De Niro's image as a fearless voice is the kind of reputation legends are made of. For decades, he delivered performances that turned into cultural milestones. Off-screen, he was never reserved, never someone who could be overlooked. He didn't simply speak his thoughts. He essentially etched his opinions in stone. From politics to popular culture, there was hardly any subject De Niro wouldn't approach with a boldness that captured headlines. Audiences always believed that if De Niro said something controversial, he backed it with the same intensity he brought to his characters. That belief is now being seriously challenged. Enter Greg Gutfeld, a host recognized for sharp commentary, unapologetic viewpoints, and criticism so exact and persistent that it hit a nerve no one expected to be so sensitive. The tension began to rise when Gutfeld started linking details that didn't quite make sense in De Niro's recent public behavior and his sudden absence from the spotlight. People picked up on it right away because when rumors begin forming patterns, something larger is usually unfolding.
But even Kamala's not that clueless, and that's saying something. Walz also seemed to doubt the validity of the last election and future ones.
They've released analyses of election data out of Clark County, Nevada, that show some pretty convincing evidence of election tampering. So what can we do to make sure, A, that the midterms actually happen, and B, that they're free of fraud?
Where De Niro once stepped onto stages and spoke openly with complete confidence, he now appeared to be steering clear of any setting where difficult questions could be raised and genuine answers would be expected. The shift was subtle in the beginning, but once the pattern became clear, it was impossible to overlook. Greg Gutfeld didn't begin aggressively, but his method quickly evolved into something far more investigative. Rather than outright mocking De Niro, Gutfeld began challenging consistency and sincerity of the actor's recent remarks. What exactly had De Niro said that he now seemed reluctant to defend when questioned? And what was it about Gutfeld's approach that led not to a rebuttal, but to a complete withdrawal? When audiences started monitoring De Niro's public appearances, they realized something fell off. It wasn't just fewer television appearances or reduced social media presence. It was a clear pattern of avoiding anyone who attempted to look beyond the surface.